Hi, this is Marianne and continuing on with spiral staircase lace socks. If you hear some jingling, that's my dog's dog tags as she shakes her head. Okay, an easy way to see how many repeats you have done is to count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's one way you can see about how many repeats you've done if you happen to have forgotten to write one down or lost track. We are now going to divide for the heel flap. Okay, because I wanted to maintain the integrity of the ribbing, we are going to slip this purl stitch onto here, and you can see there's a purl one, knit one, purl one. And now we are going to slip 8 stitches from this needle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we are going to divide the instep or the front stitches. This is the front. This, because of our tail, is needle 1, needle 2, and needle 3. Needle 3 is going to be the heel flap. Okay, in the pattern I said 15 stitches on each needle. It doesn't have to be exact, it just makes it easier to divide the instep onto 2 needles. These 2 needles will kind of hang out. If you have slippery needles, you're going to have to be careful, but by and large, if you have bamboo or wood needles, you don't have to hold these. The stitches will stay on. Okay, just to show you, at the end of the instep, we also have a purl knit purl. I think it's nice to have it balanced. And we should have 28 stitches along here. It doesn't matter that that stitch number is off by 2. There's 30 on the instep. When we do our gusset and do our decreases, we will decrease to an equal number so that the foot is on an equal number. Okay, on the heel flap, you're going to slip your first stitch purlwise, and then we're going to purl across. I would also like to show you how to do the heel turn in this video. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but I'm only going to do a few rows of the heel flap and then show you the heel turn. Okay, so on the knit side, I have some purl stitches here that are a little bit loose, so you can tighten those up by doing this. Okay, now we're still slipping purlwise, but now the yarn is in back. We slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one. and so forth across the row. You should end on a knit one. Okay, so that worked out. You turn it, and as you can see, we are working back and forth on the heel flap. We do not knit in the round, so don't keep going around. You turn your work, and you do the same thing. Okay, we just purl across the back, and you will notice that where we slipped, there is a horizontal band. Don't get confused by that, that's normal. Just continue to purl across. This is a little bit tricky with my hands in front of the tripod and camera, but we'll get her done. Maybe. Turn your work. Don't keep going around to that needle. We're working back and forth. We slip purlwise again, yarning back. Now as we go, the slip stitches are going to be bigger than the knit ones. Okay, I've only done a few rows of the heel flap, but I wanted to show you how to do the heel turn. Okay, the heel turn is the purpose is to go from a straight tube this way and change direction and go this way for the foot. Okay, the directions say to slip one, so we slip that like normal. We purl 16. Okay. We purl 2 together and purl 1. You turn your work. You don't work those stitches on the needle. You just turn it at that point. We're working short rows. Okay, if we count, we should have 8 stitches remaining. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. That's how many stay on that needle. By the time we've done our heel turn, we will have used up all these stitches. Okay, so now we slip that one. We knit 7. We do an SSK. and a knit 1. We turn the work. There should be 8 remaining. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, now you can see where you did the purl 2 together and a purl 1, there's a gap here. Okay, that makes it easy to see where your decreases are. So what the directions say is you slip 1, you purl over to that gap, there's the gap, and you purl the stitches on either side of the gap and a purl 1. Okay, you turn your work, you slip 1, you knit over to the gap, okay, there's your gap. You slip, slip, knit, and you knit 1. Okay, your decreases will line up there. You can already see how it's flattening out here. I'm going to do 2 more rows so you can see that, and then you just continue to work until all the stitches have been worked on that needle where the remaining stitches are. Okay, again we're purling over to that gap. There's your gap right there. You purl those 2 stitches together, purl 1, 4 remain, you turn your work, slip, you knit over to the gap, there's our gap, you do an SSK, and you have 4 remaining. There, you can see how that is turning flat and how your knitting will now turn this way. In the next video I will finish the heel turn and I'll show you how to pick up stitches for the gusset and how to begin the gusset decreases.